So, good day. Learn with me in this
Solving
lesson
quadratic
5,
equation by
solving the
completing the
quadratic
square.
equation by completing the square. Let's dive in. Solving quadratic equation by completing the square. You already learned how to solve quadratic equation by factoring, right? However, there are limitations in using this method, especially if the trinomial is not factorable. A trinomial is a perfect square if the first and third terms are perfect square containing positive numerical coefficients or positive numbers. The second term is twice the product of the square roots of the perfect square terms, like this, as you can see in the screen. Completing the square. An expression such as x squared plus 8x is an incomplete square. But if you add 16 to x squared plus 8x, we will get a x squared plus 8x plus 16, which is a perfect square trinomial and equivalent to x parenthesis close parenthesis plus 4x squared is in factored form. When we add 16 to x squared plus 8x, we are completing the square. Completing the square in an expression of the form x squared plus bx or x squared negative bx, add the constant term b raised to 2 x squared to complete the square. Examples. Complete the square, then write each completed square in a factored form. Example, x squared negative 8x equals 0. Perfect square trinomial. Look for a pattern in the following table. Incomplete square, x squared plus 4x, y squared plus xy, b squared negative ab, m squared negative 10m, completed square, like that, as you can see in the screen. Example, solve x squared negative 8x negative 9 equals 0 by completing the square. Original equations, add 9 to both sides, add 16 to both sides. The right side is a perfect square trinomial. Note, to get the constant that will complete the square, we'll take the coefficients of x divided by 2, then square it. We have negative 8 as the numerical coefficients of negative 8x, thus like this. So, as you can see in the screen, you should factor the trinomial square. Extract the square root of both sides. Equate the linear expressions to each of the two values. Solve each of the resulting linear equations. So, solve x squared negative 4x negative 8 equals 0 by completing the square. So, na-solve naman na ito na sa taas. So, let's continue this in this solution. So, original equation, adding 8 on both sides of the equation. The coefficients of x is negative 4 and add 4 on both sides. Factor the trinomial square. Extract the square root of both sides. So, let's continue. Original equation, add negative 1 to both sides of the equation, divide by 3. The coefficients of x is negative 4 and a half 3. Add 4 is 9 to both sides. Factor and trinomial square. Extract the root of both sides. So here is the answers. Then write the solution to complete the square. These are the solution in the screen.